Alright, hello today, viewers. So the other day, probably about a week ago, week and a half, I did a video on the Craftsman chainsaw, an unboxing video, and this chainsaw has been absolutely phenomenal since I unboxed it. It has just been a absolutely great chainsaw. The only complaint, which is not even much of a complaint, is the oil does, I think, leak just a tiny little bit out of the bottom where the chain meets. So where the oil is for a chain, right in here, I think a little bit of it does, not when you're running it or anything, but it doesn't spray out or anything. The oil is very controlled. But when it sits for a long period of time, for like more than a week, it does, I think a little bit of it does kind of drip out on the bottom, but that's hardly anything. So, I mean, yeah, this thing's been absolutely phenomenal. It starts right up every single time. It's just a very good chainsaw, and everything about it I like. I'm going to do a more in-depth review of it in the next video probably, but for today, I have this guy. So, yeah, this Craftsman leaf blower, the reason I bought it is because I have an old Poland one that is sitting over there. You can see it doesn't even have the nozzle on it. The only reason that thing hasn't been running right in a long time. It needs a new carburetor, it needs to be adjusted, and a new pull cord. So at that point, I'd be spending almost as much money on that to repair it as I would have on this brand new. So this was brand new, 2-year warranty. Let's see. I spent about $100 on it. I had a discount at the store, and there was just for Black Friday, actually. The store that I work at. Kind of the same deal I got with this. This one was obviously more expensive, bigger engine as a chainsaw. This I think I got for like around $115, $140, actually, my bad. $140 for this, and it was on sale from like $180. This was on sale from $120-ish down to like $100, so I saved a little bit of money. But here's the unboxing of this leaf blower, and let's get started with seeing what it looks like on the outside of the box. So let's just go ahead and just cut this open, which is kind of hard to do with just one hand, and plus this knife has got to be sharpened, but it's sharp enough for what we need it to be. And go on this side. Alright, there we go. There's the first look at it. And I did read the reviews, and it does have mixed reviews, as does the chainsaw. Both had, like, you know, half 5-star and half 1-star. I think it's just kind of like you take a chance with it, and it might be the best chainsaw you own, and it might be the worst. And same thing with this leaf blower. So those are the directions. There's the more concentrated nozzle. Just put that on the seat. Directions. Who needs them? Well, some people do. There's another part of the nozzle. It says Craftsman on it. Looks pretty nice. It's not even a sticker either. That's actually like laminated like into the thing, so that's not gonna peel off. That's kind of nice. And the other part here, other part of the nozzle, there's a gas can down there. And let's get this thing out. Let's see if I can do it one-handed, because when I did it with the chainsaw, I couldn't. Let's see if it'll just. See if I can just kind of. That works. Get the box out of there. All right. Kind of just doing this one-handed while holding the camera is never easy. All right. Say hi, King. Okay. So I'll get more directions. This is the exact same thing as the chainsaw came with. Just a quick start guide for the gas and, you know, all that good stuff. Yeah, I don't really need to look at that too much. So let's see here. This is pretty straightforward here. You know, start. You go over to start, run. So that's it for when you're starting. Then you press the trigger. It undoes that. That's your gas. Spark plug, obviously. Pull cord. So one of the reviews I did read about this particular chainsaw that was kind of annoying, I guess people said. There's a part in here that there's two things. One, they said the ripcord being on the inside, kind of like, you know, down the middle. They said you'd have to kind of like pop this thing, split this by taking these bolts out, and then take this thing out, and essentially that's how you would get to the pull cord. They said that for somebody to do it for them, you know, if you're not very mechanically inclined, they say it was a bit more money than they would rather spend on a $100 blower, which is completely understandable. But then I also had people say that the ripcord they had for years and the ripcord never frayed. Just feeling the ripcord, it does feel kind of not the greatest material, but it doesn't feel like, I feel like if you do it gently, you're not just yanking on as hard as you can or anything like that, or holding the thing and like holding it by this or rubbing it too much. I feel like if you just take care of it, and maybe if you oil the the ripcord, it might be better. Because I feel like this chainsaw, if I can get this thing out, has the exact same fabric material, and I've yanked on this thing many, many times, and it's not fraying or anything. It's been relatively good to me, so if that's any indication, that I think this one should be fine. And the only other thing I read is somewhere on the inside, there's like a little plastic plate that can wear out after extreme use, I guess. Somewhere in here, I'm not going to take it apart now, obviously, but there's something in here with the heat that goes along, and when it wears out, it loses connection for the spark or something. I forget exactly what it said, but they said that that part is like next to impossible to find. And honestly, I actually found that part. I believe I found it online. And besides, if it does come down to it, this has a 2-year warranty on it, so anything that goes on, I'm going to check that part at like the 2-year mark, which I marked down today as November 29th. So by December of 2 years from now, I'm going to check that part. And if it is looking really worn, like some people say it is, and some people say it doesn't, some people say it does. So if it is really worn down on me, then near that 2-year mark, I'll just say, hey, this part is gone. It needs to be replaced. And if they can't replace the part, then they'll just replace the unit. I already figured it out from the store with the warranty. So that kind of solves that issue. So essentially, after 2 years, I'll get a new blower, more than likely. But yeah. So one thing I just did notice, I don't know if this came with, or it was supposed to come with oil. I don't know if it was supposed to come with oil or not, because just looking at the box, this is kind of like the information. Specifications. It doesn't say anywhere on here it comes with oil. Not that I need it, but just 9 times out of 10 when you buy a 2-cycle engine with mixed gas and stuff, usually it comes with oil, like the chainsaw did, which I still have that, but I obviously don't need it. It's just kind of odd that it didn't come with any oil whatsoever. I've never heard of something like a 2-stroke not coming with oil. Let me just set you guys down here with a good view. If I can get the thing to cooperate, while I just go ahead and tear open this bag here. Yeah, I've never heard of no oil. Oh, there it is. I knew it. Alright, I was right. So it did come with oil. That was odd. Huh. Comes with a bag, a literal bag of oil. Full synthetic. That's actually pretty good. That's actually relatively good oil. 1 gallon gas mixed. I guess because it was in such a tight assembly box, that's why they did that. Yeah, that's actually relatively good oil there. I got some pre-mixed, or my own mixed gas. I don't have an actual tank full of the pre-mixed gas, but I believe that is actually 50 to 1. This says it's good for 40 to 1, 40% oil, gas, 1% oil. I believe that's somewhere in between. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and pour some of that in here. with an extra little bit of oil just to be on the safe side. So I'm going to put this on pause just for a second, and I will be back when I have the gas ready to go. Alright, and we are back. So pretty much this gas was good to go anyways, but I just wanted to put a little bit extra oil in it and a tiny bit of fuel stabilizer. King, you do not want to smell that. Just a little bit of fuel stabilizer and stuff in there, because the gas is on the older side. It's probably like, I don't think it's 30 days old, but I think it's probably around the 20-day mark or so since we last used it. This was originally being used for a boat engine, so yeah, so I put a little bit more oil, some fuel stabilizer, just to kind of make it a little bit better. But anyways, so that's ready to go. And something neat I wanted to kind of show you guys is this is actually pretty useful for new homeowners, but new people to power equipment, or somebody who might not be used to working on this stuff or even using it. How it says old fuel can harm your engine, and it kind of tells you like use fresh unleaded gas. Fuel stabilizer, which I just actually did, full of synthetic oil. You know, gently shake the fuel container before using. Never use E15, 20, or 85 fuel. This is actually a really helpful little pamphlet to have, because if you're new to this or you haven't really been exposed to much of it, it's a very smart thing to have this put in with a 2-stroke engine, or any engine to be pamphlet similar to this for 4-strokes as well, just so you kind of have an idea. And it even says highly recommended pre-formulated canned fuel, which I have but not with me. And yeah, it tells you how to, kind of says for 2-cycle units, use 2-cycle oil with fresh gasoline according to the instructions provided by the operator's manual. For 4-cycle units, do not mix with gasoline. I like that. That is actually a very good thing to have. And you know, I already knew that, but yeah, so this also has the instructions for how to assemble the nozzle, which is relatively straightforward, but I'm going to get the camera set up so you guys can watch me do that, and we will get to starting it afterwards. Alright, and we're back. So I just got the camera set up, so I'm going to go ahead and put the the nozzle assembly on, which is relatively straightforward. So I already have the smaller connections put together, or mostly put together, I should say. So I'm going to go ahead and put that all in, and then connect the final part onto the blower. So it's pretty straightforward. All you got to do is just grab this guy and get it lined with the hole, which is on this side actually, and push that in a little bit, which you guys can't really see that, but so pretty much what I'm doing is on this side, there's the little alignment thing that goes into there. So I just push that in. I just push that little piece in, and now it just kind of slides on like so. And I'm going to have to put the camera down again so I can just go ahead and actually get this put in correctly. Because doing it one-handed is not very easy. Turn that down just a little bit. There we go. And, I mean, that was relatively easy to do. It's just kind of hard to do it when, you know, one-handed and stuff with the camera. And obviously this is much longer now, so it's hitting stuff. But yeah, so, in feeling this, it feels pretty solid. Feels like all the buttons, the trigger, feels actually, you know, relatively good. This feels good, and then that feels good. The ripcord, like I said, I kind of already discussed that. That feels good. Primer ball feels, it's nice and easy to push. Fuel cap system, you know, it's good. That's not gonna pop off on me or anything. You know, it's nice and tight, and obviously it's got that super little string, which I can't stand. I can't stand these little string things. Half the time I take them off, but I kind of get the point. So let's just put that on there for right now. You know, and this feels tight. Everything feels really, you know, feels well put together. The cruise control feels good. So you would do that essentially, and it locks the trigger, and then you would just essentially undo it, and then you can do different speeds. So that's like half throttle, and then the more you push it, the more it goes to full throttle. I like that, how you can do different speeds. I really like that, actually, now that I noticed it. And then there's your quick startup guide. Set cruise. So that would pretty much just lock the trigger on while you're starting it, which I don't think you even need to do half the time, but press a primer bulb over there 10 times, flip lever to start, pull to start engine. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, do not squeeze throttle, wait 30 seconds, squeeze throttle for warm engines, pull to start. Yeah, it's pretty relatively straightforward. There's like your little ear protection, watch out, don't get hit by flying debris and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the gas put in, then we will get started. Alrighty then, so I got the gas put in. I got about 3/4 of a tank on the inside there. So I'm just gonna do as the directions tell me, which is pretty much universal for a lot of these two-strokes. So go ahead and get the gas flowing through there for the first time. Just gonna take a little bit because it's never had gas in the carburetor. There it is. We have fuel. Make sure that's in there. Flip that to start. I said put the cruise control up. Oh, put the cruise control up. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if we can't get her to fire over. Put the camera down there. Get you guys a good little view. Flip lever, hold, I'm just making sure I'm doing this right. Flip lever up, hold to start engine, do not squeeze throttle. That's odd. Well then. It's got plenty of gas in it. I wonder what's going on with it. Pull to start, flip lever up. Yeah. That's odd. Everything is good to go. I'm not sure what the issue is. That's really weird. It shouldn't even have a problem. Wait for 30 seconds. Oh, I didn't wait for 30 seconds. Alright, so I'm just coming back inside here a little bit to let that thing run. I'm not sure what was going on with it. Because if anybody watched this video, this thing has been nothing but amazing. Okay? that thing started up. I pumped the gas in there, started right up within 4 pulls max, and after it was warmed up, first pull every single time. And now that it's run and everything's good on it, with this one, on a cold start, it'll start up within the first 3 pulls every single time. Maybe 5 at the most sometimes. It was really cold out like it is now. Granted, it is snowing outside. Or not snowing, but there is snow on the ground. So it is like in the high 20s. So that could have a possibility to do with it. But let's let that thing warm up a little bit, and then we'll go out and try it out. Yeah, so I left that thing on full throttle with the cruise control, and as you can see, it wasn't going through completely, or going at full strength. I'm not sure what the deal is, but honestly, if it doesn't get going back to normal, the way it should be, like it is on choke, then I'm going to return it to the store, because it's 3:30. I'm going to return it to the store by 5, and I know that because I worked there. I know we have a couple of other ones, and it did look like this thing was open. The box was retaped, so I don't know if that has something to do with it or not, but me and Kane are going to return that thing to the store if it doesn't start acting right. So I guess that's it for the video. If I do get another one, I'll just reshoot the video, because that thing just is stalling. It's about to stall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it back, put it back in the box, and say, look, I'm going to take my gas out of it, obviously. I'm going to say, look, it's not wanting to work. I know that sometimes with new things, it has to run for a while. I let it run on the startup procedure for a good minute and a half, and when I went and hit the throttle, it acted like it was running good for a couple of seconds, and then, as you can see in the video, it just progressively got less and less. So I'm not sure what the deal is, but thanks for watching, and I will let you know what happens in the next video, and I might just choose to reshoot the video altogether, so with a new blower, and we'll just go from there. Alright, thanks for watching, and please like, comment, and subscribe.